around with them and stuff? Okay, then cool. So in that case, let's proceed with today's session, which is basically how you can listen using social media, and also how you can gather or crowdsource and how you can crowdsource a couple of news sources, especially for your digital investigations. And I give. I see. Yeah. So let's kick start and look at what we have for ourselves today. Let me share my screen. Are you seeing my screen? My new screen? If you're seeing my screen, please let me know. Okay. Good. Yeah, good. Good that all of you are seeing. So let's get started. My was Emmanuel Bida Thomas, as you already know, and a lot of training on different fact-checking models, and I'm happy to be facilitating this training today on social media listening, like how we can listen with social media. All of you know social media has good things and social media has bad things. And some of the good things about social media include the aspects of connection, where we get to have virtual attachments to our family and global friends. Also, social media has become a very good tip-off for safety. In case of emergencies, you find that communications are being done via social media on what steps people should be able to take. And you see that social media has provided a platform for diverse points of views on common issues. People don't have to meet physically to be able to express their views, or people don't have to pay a newspaper to be able to write a long article so as to express their views. You can use social media and express your point of view in a post, in a comment section, or in replies. And you've also seen that social media has become a platform where movements are being made, revolutions, social justice movements, and stuff. Even people organize demonstrations using social media. And also there is the aspect of networking. So people have come to network. Like there are people, very many people that I know online, but I haven't met them in real life. So it's because of the aspect of social media that we get this sense of networking. And then also social media provides a platform for creative expression. So you find a lot of creativity taking place. You find people doing comedy skits, people go live, and people do memes, people write long articles, people do WhatsApp statuses and stuff. So people do all these things in creative formats, and as a result, it has become a platform where we have this sort of creative expression. And social media, another good thing about it is the aspect of real-time news updates. By the time iRadio or Radio Miraya broadcasts a piece of news, most of us have already read it on social media. Like most of us have already seen something about it, especially. So real-time updates are on the social media. And then social media is a source of entertainment. I made mention of comedies. I made mention of memes. I made mention of a lot of funny things that people do. So you find that you scroll through social media and you find somebody smiling. Somebody feels very entertained, and that is just it. And then social media is also a platform for branding and marketing, which gives voice to institutions and individuals. You are able to you're able to sell yourself, and you're also able to sell the services that your institution offers. So that's just how good social media is. And then bad things about social media is it has become a platform where there's a lot of radicalization, there's a lot of hate speech, there's cyberbullying. Also, social media distracts people. For instance, it's not a good idea when you are in the office and then you put your social media notification stand on. I always advise people that their social media notification should be off. Like for me, my social media notifications are always off. So I get to know about social media stuff only when I open the app. And then I get to see what new messages I have and stuff. But I do not get notifications. And then also, it's a bad idea when you go to the social office and then before you start work, you get to see your phone and stuff. So you may end up even not opening your office computer, and because there's a lot of interesting things that keep on coming. So it's really very destructive, especially if you don't know how to balance yourself properly. And then another thing is the fact that social media decreases physical and social communication skills. So you find that there are people who can write really properly on Facebook, people who can write good replies, they can compose good posts, they can write excellent comments, but when you meet them in real life, you find that they really have issues because social media has made a very big impact on their physical communication skills. They cannot properly communicate. This is because of the impact that the social media practice has had on them. And then we have personal information and safety concerns. So, for instance, there are people when they travel, they say, "Oh, even when they are leaving Juba International Airport, they pause. I am already at Juba International Airport. I'm leaving today." And then when you reach your destination, you pause that I have safely landed. Maybe I have safely landed in Kampala, or I have safely landed in Torit. By the way, if you're somebody who stays alone, and then thieves are following your social media updates, they can easily attack your home, and you may lose valuables because of theft. So social media is also becoming an issue of safety, and then also the kind of information that you share online. For instance, let's say that you go and then you share your ticket. Maybe you are traveling by bus and stuff. Then you share your ticket online. Hey, this my ticket is confirmed. I will be flying, or I will be going on this date. Somebody can just take your ticket details and they can cancel your flight, or they can cancel your bus. And then this is because of your negligence. And then also we have when you give out information like emails, like phones, this information can be sold out, and then you find that you get a lot of spam in your email, or you get a lot of calls from scammers. So it's not a good idea to be able to share personal information for safety reasons. And then we have peer pressure and false comparisons. So most of you know very well that there are people who post only their good life on social media. They post good pictures of Pyramid Hotel or Radisson Blue or Imperial Plaza and stuff. And then for you, like for me, I have never been to most of these places. And then you feel like, oh God, why is this person so ahead of me? And then you get to compare yourself, and you feel so small in the eyes of your peers. So this is because of the negative aspects that social media has brought. And then also, so all of you have noticed that the social media is a breeding ground for fake news. There are a lot of imposter accounts. There are a lot of accounts that are purposely set up for spreading news that is inauthentic. So this is totally bad, and it tends to affect the way in which we interact, especially on social media. So good things, bad things. Is there any addition that any of you would like to make? We should make this session as interactive as possible. So anyone who wants to make an addition or wants to make a comment, you're welcome. Yes, Arcangelo.
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Let me see the other page that you have just passed through. Like there is something there I wanted to comment on. Yeah. Fear, pressure, false comparison. I don't know what do you mean by these statements?
I did explain that you will see people on social media giving updates only about the positive aspects of their life. So mostly people put negative aspects when there's death, when they are sick, or when there's maybe when there's an attack or stuff. But you will find that a bigger part of their social media updates only about the positive aspects of their life. Maybe somebody will say, "Oh, I am traveling to this country," or somebody says, "I am today at Radisson Blue." They take good pictures, they do stuff like that. And then for you, maybe for you, you're somebody who has never been to Pyramid, you have never been to Radisson Blue, or then you feel, oh God, like why am I so behind, and why am I not in the same level with this person? And then you may stress yourself for no reason. You see that?
Yeah, sure. And then I think it is also an
we should have
opposite.
avoided if social media wasn't there.
Yeah, sure. I think it is also, I mean, something of opposite in a social justice movement. There are some movements that are also for hate. I think there is also an opposite for this social justice movement.
Yeah, exactly. That is why we also have the aspects of hate speech and radicalization.
Sure.
Where people amplify
that
hate and false narratives.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, K. Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you, Bida, for this introductory part of this session. I just have one thing to put on a positive note as far as social media is concerned. I want to take the perspective of that, like in countries where there's media restrictions, companies or media organizations have decided to go digital. That's simply because they can freely express themselves and they can operate outside the country where there is a little bit of restriction. So social media gives that platform for consumption of right information. However, I think this one will also come on the other part of the bad thing that about social media that I'm sure you will talk about. But it allows freedom of expression for just journalism. That's what I can say.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much for that addition, and that is true. Yeah, we have some countries, even Uganda, where Facebook is banned. Like people in Uganda have to use VPN in order to bypass the restrictions on people to use it. You go to Ethiopia, Telegram is Telegram in Ethiopia. So these are some of the restrictions that Kay is talking about, and also like some organizations, like they may not be given the license to operate in some of the countries that they intend to work on, but then with social media they can operate because they don't need to get a license from any government entity. So yeah, thank you so much for that. So what is happening in social media now? You find that on social media now, we have most stories originate on social media. You find that many people do listening, even when you look at big entities in South Sudan, like the High Radios, the Mirai and stuff. Most of the journalists, they are actively online. They are seeing what are people saying. Where can I get a news tip? And from there, you find that their stories begin to come up. And you find that mainstream media is mining social media for stories. Yeah, I remember there was a time where iRadio ran a fake news when somebody claimed that they won a world academic competition. So the guy just had a page and he coined all this idea of world academic competition. He made marks, he made letters, he made something that looked like a transcript, and boom, hey, I won a global competition. And iRadio, without doing due diligence, took it up, published. This is because what? They are mining social media for stories. And then we have mainstream media is amplifying the ideology of trolls, radicalized hate groups, fake news, which results to mass confusion. And then also with social media, we have seen the rise of radicalized hate groups. We have seen the spread of misinformation. We have seen highly successful propaganda efforts. We've seen global and impactful activism, and then we have also seen massive information shares. So these are all negative and positive things that are happening on social media now. These things are news, movements, political events, all of them now originating online. And that is why we are having this conversation with all of you so that we see how we can counter these issues that tend to affect us. And you need to know some of the platforms that people use online. We've seen the languages that people use on some of these platforms. We see YouTube for mostly videos. We've seen Instagram, we have seen Snapchat, we have seen Twitter, we have seen Facebook. So majority of people use actually Facebook, and few others use Instagram, and then YouTube. And YouTube is the highly visited website in the globe. So it has high visits daily. And then you need to know some of the languages that people use on social media. We have languages like influencer. We have influencer is someone who has a lot of followers and someone whose voices reaches very far. And most often, this influencer is paid to post advertisements. And then we have memes. So memes are cultural information that is spread rapidly changing as fast as it spreads. And then we have hashtag. So a hashtag is the tagging system that organizes posts by topic and also join a global conversation. And we have something called trolls. So these are people who are just lurking around, picking fights. Like you see people who go on Facebook and begin argument in comment sections. These are trolls. They just want to annoy you. And then we have emojis. All of you know emojis. We have Bitmoji, we have emoticon. So these are all emoji related features. And we have a thread, especially on Twitter. A thread is a running commented of text messages pertaining to one topic. So mostly people use these threads on Twitter because of the limits, the character limits that Twitter has. So someone has to write most of this so that they can easily put their message across. And then on Facebook, we have something called tag. To tag someone means the act of publicly labeling a picture or post with someone's account. So most often the idea was to use it when somebody is in the picture or when you are with someone. That is when you will do this. Or when you want someone to be aware of a certain topic, that is when you tag the person. And then we have post is just a way of grabbing the attention of the person or to see that you are with this person. And then to post or to tweet. To post or to tweet means the act of contributing something on your social media. And then we have Twitter checkmark, indicates an account is not an imposter, but doesn't equate to authority. And then we have Finsta versus Rinsta. So this is the public Instagram persona. And then we have handle. This is the name of a particular account. Like somebody said, this is my handle, this is the. So anyone who wants to add any other slang that people use on social media, that maybe, and then another one, we have things like DM. Somebody says, DM me. That means somebody says, send me a DM. This means direct message. DM means direct message. And in another language, another terminology that people use on social media that you would like us to know, you can unmute and talk. Is there any terminology?
I think
Yes.
of recent this word on social media, Facebook particular, Wahala. Eh? Yeah, it has become common. Eh?
What does it mean?
It's like when you are trying to like okay, you're harassing someone, something intimidating.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Nice. I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, thank you so much for that addition. Wow. Good. It is good to know that like a lot of languages coming up and people are introducing more and more terminologies. Yes, another person who would like to share with us a social media terminology that they have come across. Any other person? Okay, good. So we can proceed. And so, so this is a question to you now. How often do you use social media? How often do you can write in the chat box? If your answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, just write in the chat box using the number. If you if you don't use social media, you write 1. If you use social media for personal use, you write 2. If you use social media for connecting professionally, you write 3. And if you use social media for study purpose, you write 4. So it's either you do not have a social media presence, you use it to share your views and opinions on issues of interest, you use it to connect with work with work people and organizations, or you use it for study purpose. Write in the chat box. Four. Nice. So I see that most people use it for study purpose and also to be able to connect with work and other organizations. Yeah. Now let's look at the statistics. So you realize that majority of people, that's over 60%, use social media for personal purposes. And then we have 44.7% of people use social media for professional reasons. And then 33.8% use social media for study purpose, that is a teaching and stuff. So 52% of these people use Facebook at least monthly, and then 23.9% use LinkedIn at least monthly, and then 21.6% use blogs and wikis at least monthly. So you find that most people use social media, and the majority are using it for personal reasons rather than personal or teaching purposes. So you find that this is a very interesting data that you can explore at your free time. And then when you look at the age, so you find that many social media users are under 35, and then less social media users are from the age of 55. So you find that as the age goes higher, so people's interest on social media keeps on decreasing. So this is the statistics by age. And then you find that with the different sites, personal use is led by Facebook. Then professionally, people use LinkedIn, and in the classroom, people use wikis and blogs so that they're able to view, they're able to comment, and they're able to post or create content. And so what are the benefits of social media? Let me throw the question back to you. Each of you should write one benefit of social media in the comments, in the chat box. And you can also unmute and say what you think you found social media to be of benefit, or how have you used social media to your benefit recently. You can share with us a story about how you use social media for your benefit. Good, I see Kay is saying for news research purposes, good one. And who else wants to say something? Arcangelo is saying getting friends.
Yes.
Want to say something? Yes,
Yeah,
Arcangelo.
I think there are a variety of benefits for social media. Some are used
But
even
for
to
you
connect
particularly,
with,
share with us
yeah,
for
some
you.
are like yeah, for sure. For me, I can use social media to connect with my family. If they are outside, I can connect with them through the email, and even with the workmates. Like if I'm not coming today, I have to send them an email that I will not be reaching to the office. This is also part of the benefits.
Perfect.
And also I use it for the business purposes. Like if I wanted something, uh, then I'm not able to reach my clients maybe through the calls, then I will just send a message either through the WhatsApp or even can use the emails to text that person in order to reply to me. Yeah, I think
Perfect.
these are some of the benefits also.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. I see in the comments Raja Mayoli saying raise awareness on a specific topic, news and then now you look at social media, of course, building relationships. We say social media is not just about brands connecting with their customers, but in fact, at the root of social media is about connecting people to people. Just like Arcangelo said, and then sharing your expertise. And you see that social media gives you an opportunity to talk about what you know and what you want to be known for. Sharing your experience will attract potential professional and personal connections. And this is something that I want to emphasize on. So you need to use the social media like to write about what you do and to write about what you're good at, to share experiences related to your work. So when you do that, you find that you will attract a lot of professional connections. So that next time when there are some gigs, there are some freelancing work and stuff like that, people will know who they want to reach out to. For example, me, I maintain a database of professional connections, like people that I know can perform certain kind of jobs. So when someone reaches out to me and wants recommendations that they're looking for someone to do for them a specific job, I can just go through my database and get their contacts and share with them. This is because I know this person has been posting about this kind of work, and there's evidence that I can see from his post that he can do this work. So that is why you need to always use social media to sell yourself. Sell yourself by writing very often about what you do. You can write once in a week or once in 2 weeks. And when you participate in any event that is related to your work, you can write about it. You can advise people on certain lines and stuff. So like that, even you find that jobs will be coming to you in the future because people already know your expertise. So that is very, very important. And you need to always use social media to share your expertise. Tell people what you want to be known for. And because this will attract potential, professional, and personal connections. And then also you need to social media helps increase your visibility. If you spend time building your expertise, consistently managing your social media channels, then you have the potential to increase your visibility and become even a thought leader in your space. You will be called the expert. People will call you, hey, this guy is an expert in this particular field. This is because you have been sharing your expertise on social media and you're already an influencer when you increase your visibility. And then social media helps educate yourself. There's a lot of noise on the internet. Social media allows you to build on what you really care about and what you really want to read. You can create lists and then curate content from your favorite people, from thought leaders, from media outlets, and you can easily learn about current events and things that are taking place near you. And social media also allows us to connect anytime without outweighing potential negatives. So these are very important benefits. And if any of you wants to comment, you're welcome. Anyone wants, or anyone wants to make a comment? Okay, good. So much as social media has advantages, there are also disadvantages, and there are some reasons why other people up to now are not using social media, either completely or they just do not use social media very often. And some of the reasons include concerns about privacy. So some people feel that social media exposes a lot of information about them, and they are very concerned about their privacy. So because of that, then they decide that, hey, it's better I don't use these social media platforms. Another thing is social media takes too much time to learn or use. Yes, social media has a lot of ins and outs. So if you are not very serious, it's not going to be easy to be able to learn some of these things. And then everyone does not have smartphone, and sometimes people may have smartphone, but the issue of data is very expensive, especially in this country. And then we have varying comfort levels. Of course, some people are comfortable using social media, and some people are not very comfortable. And also, at some institutions, there's no proper support, there's no internet, there are no computers and stuff. So people don't invest time to be able to use social media. Yeah. So this is a question for discussion. How do you use social media? Tell us. Tell us how you use social media. And yeah, let's give ourselves like 2 minutes to discuss this. Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? The question is clear. How do you use social media? Have you been selling yourself?
Yeah,
Yes, Arcangelo.
yeah, sure. There is an addition just for the
Arcangelo,
for the other one.
how often do you? How many times do you post in a day?
Me?
Mm.
Sometime I don't post, but you know, in other days, like you said before, I used to have some courses in the internet. So that is why sometimes I don't often even Facebook, but regularly I use to see emails and then WhatsApp daily.
So do you post on your WhatsApp status?
This is the most thing that I used to visit daily: WhatsApp and then emails. WhatsApp is to me reach even to 3 times.
Do you post on your WhatsApp status?
I do.
Do you post? You post, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I do. And then I just want to make an addition to something that you have left behind. That why are not others using social media? Some are also too busy.
Some are too busy.
Yeah, some are too busy to open social media because their work even cannot allow them to do that. Because like those people working in the garage.
Yeah, because here we say.
Yeah.
But at night, you are in the garage at night.
Too tired. They are too tired. They are going from here straightly. Maybe what they will do is
okay.
just
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get your point.
Yes, okay.
Thank you so much. Another person? Thank you, Arcangelo. Thank you a lot. Another person wants to go next to answer our $1 billion question. Yes. Okay. No one wants to go. Eh? Okay. So here are some pro tips to help you use social media. How can you use social media to your advantage, especially for a brand? Make sure that you start small. And for your organization, you need to have a social media policy, define the purpose of your social media work, and check that your social media purpose aligns with the standard operating procedures of your organization. So this is very, very important. Start with a few platforms and then you grow over time. What is social media listening? Social media listening allows researchers to discover, listen to, measure, and engage in conversations across the web by capturing more than 150 million sources of social media conversations, including Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, blogs, and online communities. Social media listening means like how you track these conversations on social media about and around organizations, brand names, and relevant keywords. So once you know what people are saying about organizations, you can then respond to questions, help resolve any issues, and respond to positive or negative feedback and comments. Social media listening is often the responsibility of social media and community managers or customer support service staff of an organization. So there are some vocabularies that you need to know in regards to social media listening. And some of these vocabularies include listening and monitoring. So mostly they are used interchangeably, but they are different things. Generally, you could say they mean what people are saying via social media. And then we have something called mentions. So mentions refers to every time somebody says something with your keyword. And then we have sentiments. So sentiments, mentions that are positive or negative. And then we have insights and influencers. How many followers makes a particular person is stronger. And then we have infographics. Infographics includes word clouds, trend lines, graphs, and demographic displays. So then you ask yourself, oh, as a fact checker, why is social media listening important for me? Of course, social media listening is important for you because social media listening helps build a positive brand reputation and also helps you to be aware of what conversations are happening online that you can take part in. It can help you a lot in finding claims that you need to fact check and also see what misinformation is trending, what hate speech keywords are trending and stuff like that. So that is why it's very important for you. And then social media also involves tracking usernames, keywords, and hashtags on one social media platform or across several platforms. So it helps you create more relevant content. It helps you plan more targeted social media campaigns. It helps you improve your social media strategy, and it helps you in creating to provide better community feedback. And social media listening also helps you create new products or services that people are asking for. So these are some key importances of why you should be able to track and see what are people saying about things on different social media platforms. So that is it from my ends on the theory part. So we're going to jump into practicals and we're going to play around with a few tools that people use for social media listening. Do you guys have any questions so far? Any questions? Yes, any questions? Oh, Daniel Dwok is saying benefits of social media these days include news updates, connect with your friends, especially childhood friends who are no longer near you. And I became a social media addict since the outbreak of COVID-19 until now. I continue posting regularly. Wow, that's nice. How many times do you post daily, Daniel? Like on a normal day, how many would you post? Let's say on a good day. How many times would you post on different social media platforms? And yeah, if you have questions, you can ask. If you have questions, you can ask. Oh, looks like you guys don't have questions today. That's nice. Now, for you to be able to listen on social media, of course, you need to get tools to help you do that effectively. And we have tools like Radiant 6, we have Social Menson, we have HotSuite, we have TalkWalker, we have CrowdTangle, we have Broadreader, we have Awario, we have Twilio, we have TweetDeck, we have Google Alerts, and we have Google Trends also. We'll start from here. We'll start with Google Trends, I think. So Google Trends is it helps you receive alerts about keywords that you are interested in, and this is the link to Google Alerts. I hope you're seeing my screen. So you go to google.com/alerts. So now you can create an alert about anything, even your name. Let's say we want to check Arcangelo Kenyi Gabriel. Let's say you want to see how many times Arcangelo mentioned on the internet. We can put this and we can search. There are no recent results for a search query, but we could see still more, and we see Arcangelo, South Sudanese demand full and time of peace agreement. There's Arcangelo somewhere, but if we want to see Arcangelo exactly, then we need to put this in quotation marks like this. Then they will bring only Arcangelo Kenyi Gabriel, Arcangelo Kenyi Gabriel Freelance Bank of South Sudan, Arcangelo Kenyi Gabriel Facebook, UNICEF South Sudan. Today is a good day to have teachers from one of Arcangelo Kenyi Gabriel. Have you been a teacher? And then you have been selected for African Changemakers Initiative in 2022, invitation to handwritten interview by Bank of South Sudan. Is this true? Arcangelo?
Yes, it is true.
Yeah. So you see, so when you create an alert about your name, anytime your name is published on the internet, Google will send you an email that, hey, your name has been mentioned somewhere right now, and then you get it. Like that, you are listening to your name. So let me try to search for K Emmanuel. Let me again put you inside hashtags. I will see K Emmanuel Duku on Twitter, K Emmanuel on Facebook. 2i Radio Journalist honored for exceptional reporting. K Emmanuel, you are #1 citizen. The Mail, K Emmanuel. Parliament demands operationalization of tree planting funds. Radio Passes, Agroecology School, K Emmanuel Duku. Radio Passes, Fact Check, 211 Check, K Emmanuel Duku. Inside Post, K Emmanuel Duku. You see, so like you sort of see, like you monitor your particular keyword and you see that all your mentions on the internet are there. So let me check the last one. Let me check Rajab Mayol, and let me see, like this. Rajab Mayol on Twitter. Yeah, I see you have a Fedica account. You don't have a lot of mentions. You must be very you must be very serious with your personal information.
Yeah.
And then let me check Daniel Juok. No mentions. Let me check our last guy in the building, Martin Mawood. Martin Mawood, University of Juba on LinkedIn, US Embassy, Martin Mawood. My message to all South Sudanese makers, Martin Mawood on Facebook. Yeah. So you see, this is what it means. And then let's say that maybe you are researching on a specific topic. Let's say you want to see what people are saying about South Sudan. So you can just mention South Sudan, or you want to see what people are saying about. So if you want to see only exact words, make sure that you put your exact words inside quotation marks. For instance, University of Juba. Then I put quotation marks like this. You see, University of Juba. Then people will have all this information. So that is how it works. And then if this is the alert that you want to create, then you click create alert. You see, then it has entered my alert list. If you want to delete, you can delete here, but you need to put your topic here. Any questions about Google Alerts? Any questions about Google Alerts? Any questions? Okay.
No, from my
end. Okay, good. So another one is what we call Google Trends. Google Trends is also good for searching what people are saying, what people are searching on Google. And then if you're somebody who is, for instance, if you are somebody who is somebody who is doing web content, then you are able to see what kind of content you can create for your website so that you drive traffic to your site. So what you do is, you see, this is Google Trends. You go to trends.google.com. Let me share the link in the chat box. This is the link to Trends. It works also on the phone, so you don't have to worry about that. But first, make sure that the country up here is South Sudan. Yeah, make sure you always select South Sudan. If you are in Uganda, whichever country you want to investigate, you can choose the country from this list. You see this list? This is where the country is. And right now, what is trending? What is trending is here. Why is Olivia Rodrigo trending? You see, Olivia Rodrigo is trending everywhere and stuff. So if you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can sign up here. And so let's say you want to explore, you can click explore here, and then you see what is trending here. And then if you want to see trending now, you can come and you click trending now up here, and then you see some of the things that are on top of the trends on Google at the moment. Yeah, so my internet is coming. Yep. Searches on Google and some topics that it's taking forever to load. Yeah. So daily searches, people don't search a lot on Google in South Sudan. I think there's a specific number of searches that a specific country needs to meet for it to get. Right now, there's nothing trending in South Sudan. Even there's nothing here and stuff. In the past 24 hours, there's nothing. So let's say I can come and explore Google Trends. So we can put a search term here. let's say we are investigating and we want to see what people are saying about whether people are searching the dollar. Let's say let's put dollars. Whether people are searching dollars. Oh, it's not coming. The problem displaying this page. Let me come back home. And good. Let me come to South Sudan. Good. Yep. So let me come to explore. Yeah. So in South Sudan, for example, in the past 12 months, in South Sudan, the highest search was the World Cup schedule, FIFA World Cup. We have win-win betting online, World Cup 2022. We have girls sport betting in Juba and stuff. And then, so if you want to search specific words, for instance, I want to search about the United States dollars. I can put here, and you see how many people are searching about the United States dollars. You see here, recently people are, and then you want to see whether people are also searching something about exchange rate. Exchange rate. Let's say SSP to USD. Let's see whether people are searching for this. Oh no, people are not searching for it. Yeah. And then let's say let's look at exchange rate. Yeah, people are also, so you see here, people are searching for United States dollars. And then okay, let's add South Sudan. Green. Yeah, it's down. People are not searching for it. But a lot of people are searching for US dollars in South Sudan here. You see the graph for US dollars, very, very high over time. And then what are most people searching for? People are saying USD to Kenyan shillings, USD to this, USD to Ugandan shillings and stuff. Sub-region, most people are searching from Central Equatoria. You see here? Then you come here, exchange rate. Most people from Central Equatoria. Again, Central Equatoria. So this is how you can sort of compare this, and if you want to remove, you can remove. You can also remove. You can remove. You can remove. Yeah, and then let's say people are looking. Let's search. Whether people are searching for cattle herders in South Sudan. And then let's look at whether people are. Oh, no one is searching for that. And then let's say people are searching for, let's say Kajokeji. Let's see whether people are searching for Bor. Let's see whether people are searching for Juba. Let's see whether people are searching for wow. So you see, Juba is yellow. You see, a lot of people are searching for Juba online. You see, Juba. You see the graph for Juba, very, very high, and the rest are just very low here. You see. So meaning that a lot of people have interest in knowing what is exactly happening in Juba. You see this? So what are the interests? Most people are searching from Eastern Equatoria. Most people are searching from Upper Nile. You see? So people are very interested in this topic. And then let's say let's remove this. So if you want to download this, you can actually download this as CSV, or you can share this on LinkedIn and stuff. And then you can also share the entire report on social media, and you can download each of these. And then, okay, let's say we want to see whether people are searching for, or whether people are searching for, let's look at Salva Kiir. Let's see whether people are searching for Salva Kiir. Salva Kiir. Then let's look at Riek Machar. Riek Machar. Let's look at Angelina Teng. Let's look at Taban Dengai. Taban Deng. Taban Dengai. Yeah, so you can see that, you see like from January, from July last year, in March 2023, the search for Salva Kiir went really high. What happened around that time? Oh, I think all of you know what happened. And then you see the search went really high. Then you came here, and then here the search for Riek Machar went high in May, and then recently the search for Salva Kiir again went high and now decreased. You see, so you can kind of sort of make you understand. On average, the search for Salva Kiir is high. You see, and stuff like that. So it's very interesting, and it can kind of help you understand some of the dynamics about a lot of stuff. And then let's say also let's try to look at tribes. Let's say, for instance, Dinka, let's say Nuer, let's say look, let's say Pojulu, yeah. So you will see which one has very high searches. I think the blue is Dinka. So you see, like in January, February, the search for Dinka was very, very high. And then recently, the search for Shiluk was very, very high. You see? Then here the search for, so it can help you understand what are people searching, what are people's interests and stuff like that, and it can inform you about topics that interest people and can inform your research as somebody who is undertaking fact checking. I think the last thing I want to search for is media institutions. I want to see what people are searching for. Let's see, iRadio. Let's see, Radio Tamazuch. Let's see, Radio Miraya. Let's see, which radio do we have again? Sudan Tribune. Let's see again. Let's see. Let me put 211 check. So you see that like here, you see the competition is very, very high. Most people are searching for Radio Tamazuch, and then average followed by iRadio. Then we have Radio Miraya. Many people don't search for it, and Tamazuch. You see, you see how the search is, and most people are searching from Central Equatoria and stuff like that. And then you come here, you see this interest, Central Equatoria. So other related queries, Daily Monitor Uganda, South Sudan News Agency, Daily Tamazuch News and stuff. So it's very, very interesting, and this is how you can use Google Trends to sort of explore what topics people are actually talking about. Any questions about Google Trends? Any questions about Google Trends?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I have a question about the Google Trends. So what is the difference between Google Trends and Google Alerts? And is it possible to set it like for Google Alerts so that whenever something happens, you will get the notification or not?
It's not Google Trends. It's not an alert system. So you can just search within Google, and then you can export the data. But you cannot actually set it to receive emails. But what you can do is you can subscribe. You can subscribe to. You can, for instance, you see when you come to home here. When you come home, you see you can have the option to get updates on what is happening to deliver to your inbox. So you can sign up here and under the home. You have seen this?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is the way you can get updates of what is trending.
All right. Thank you.
Any other question? You're welcome. Any other question? No question. Okay.
Bedar,
Yes.
you will have to excuse me. I have some engagement to attend at a
Yeah. I've seen your message.
Yeah. All right, please. Thank you.
Okay. I wish you the best.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
Cool. Yeah. And then next we look at TweetDeck. So TweetDeck is a tool by Twitter. So if you have a Twitter account, you should be able to use TweetDeck for free. You just sign in using your Twitter. You go to tweetdeck.twitter.com. Here's the link to TweetDeck. Here's the link. tweetdeck.twitter.com. Yep. So this is TweetDeck. Yeah, you should be seeing my message. So you get I haven't used Twitter on this browser for a long time, so I hope I wouldn't get trouble logging into my account. Looks like my network is pretty slow. can bear with me as we log in. How many of you have ever used TweetDeck? How many of you are on Twitter? Daniel, Martin, Philip, and Kangelo, are you all on Twitter?
Yes.
How is the new Twitter under Elon Musk?
I I do, but not often. No, I actually go to Twitter rarely.
Yeah, Twitter these days is very funny. It has a lot of updates almost every week. Elon Musk announces new things every week. Elon Musk is a very crazy person. Elon Musk is very, very crazy. So the network is crazy, my side here, and I hope it improves. It's taking forever to sign me in. Maybe we can try another tool as we wait for. We can try another tool. We can try another tool. It's returning an error for me. Interesting. So we can try another tool. We can try BroadReader. So BroadReader is a social listening tool. It's more or less like the Google Trends, where you can search for keywords and see what people are saying about that particular keyword. And then you can then proceed from there with your investigation. Hey, my network seems to be very, very slow. Let me try to change my internet, guys. Let me try to change my internet, and then we can get back. Otherwise, this is not really helping. This is not helping. Let me try to change my internet. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. I am back. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we look at Broad Reader. Like I was saying, Broad Reader is just more like it's a forum search engine. So you can search topics that interests you, like connecting communities through search. And for instance, let's say you want to check something about South Sudan from Broad Reader. You want to see what people are saying about South Sudan on Broad Reader. Then you search South Sudan. People. You can also come to settings and you can check the date. Let's say you want a post in the last week only or in the last day only. And then you can choose the language. You can see the type, whether it's a post or a thread. You can see sort by freshness. And then how many results do you want? Yeah, so you will see here. See? Average IQ by country, European refugees crisis, Germany, youth non-profit had post price, SSD and stuff, you see? So you can check important information about keywords. Let's say you want to see what people are saying about Sudan fighting. Midnight Riders, yeah, so you can check a lot of information. So this is, so Broad Reader is just basically a search platform where you can put on your keywords and then you look for the information that you want. Then you get a lot of heads up about what's happening around the globe, around your keyword. So that is very, very important. And any question on the Broad Reader? So anyone who has a question about the Broad Reader? It's just very basic. And it's not very technical.
Okay.
Yes?
I think it's clear, but can you try to go back and try something about the TweetDeck?
Let me try what?
TweetDeck. Because your network was pretty slow before, and you jumped to Broad Reader.
Yeah,
my
TweetDeck is loading now. It's loading now.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, my TweetDeck has loaded now. Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Are you seeing my screen? Good. So this is what you call TweetDeck, and it's a tool from Twitter where you can put a lot of decks to be able to see in real time information about a lot of stuff that you should be checking on. So for instance, you see this is the interface. Here you will, if you want to see this, you can just click this. And then if you want to see more, you click this, and then you see settings, center and stuff. And then you can move back and you can see here, this is when you want to post something, you click this. And then if you want to search, you can use this. If you want to add a column, for instance, these are the columns that I've added. If you want to add a column, you can check here. And you can look at messages, you can explore, you can see profiles, notifications, you can also schedule tweets. And then you can look at your decks. Your decks will be here. You see, if you want to add a new deck, you want to put an emoji for it, you can put the deck name, and they will continue to surface on your. They can surface on your columns here. So like in my case, I have added this. So let me delete these things so that you guys can easily follow. Yeah, so you see, so my tweet deck is empty. So you see here, this is my tweet deck. I can customize my view to fit any that I want. Let me make it yellow and medium and stuff. Boom. Yeah, I love it yellow. And then if I want to do settings, I can do the name for tweet deck 211 check. This is the name of my deck. I can choose an emoji. You can choose an emoji for it. Flags. Flags. Where's the flag for South Sudan? Yeah, South Sudan flag is here. Boom! I have put my deck, and now if I want to add a column, then I will click Add Column. Then I can put the first column is my home timeline. You see, so this one will bring me tweets that people post. And just as people post, immediately I will just see here. This is like the normal feed that you see when you open your Twitter. And then I want to add another one. Then I will click Add Column. After adding the column, then I can say maybe here I want to see my notifications. And I click Notifications. You see, now my notifications will appear here in real time. And then the next one, let's say I want a list. For me, I already have list. So for instance, I have list of African fact-checking organizations. Then I put this. So you see, anytime an African fact-checking organization publishes a fact check, I will just see here. See? Then I want to add another one. Let's say I want to have another list again. Then I want to have a list of mainstream media in South Sudan. I click, boom. Anytime iRadio publishes a story on Twitter, I will just see here, #1 citizen, you see? You see, Sweden invests this million. This is Sudan Tribune retweeted Hamdan Daglo. iRadio President Kiir paid a visit to South Africa where he will hold electoral talks with his counterpart Cyril Ramaphosa. You see? You see, city review. You see, the former NRI boss is leaving. Governor Adil deploys security patrol vehicles. You see, so like then I want also another column. Then let's say I want a list again. This time I want a list of fact checkers. Yeah, general now. So my list is set. Then I can monitor in real time, like what is happening where. So it helps in news gathering. So this is the aspect of news gathering that we are talking about. Any questions? Any questions? Oh, yeah. Very clear. Any questions about TweetDeck? So you can sign into TweetDeck using your Twitter account. You don't need to have a new account to join TweetDeck to enjoy TweetDeck. With your personal account, you should be able to log into TweetDeck. And it's best used on the computer. I don't think it has an app still. Okay, guys, if there are no questions, good. Let's continue with our session, and let's look at the next tool for digital news gathering, especially when you are gathering news from so for instance, you look at this. What is it I'm looking for? I'm looking for websites. How can you get news from different websites so that you can easily follow them? I'm looking at Feedly. Where is Feedly? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, so you need to go to feedly.com. Here is Feedly. Here is Feedly. So Feedly is good. It has an app that you can use on your phone, and it's a good app that you can use on your phone to be able to put all your news sources in one place. You see, like it says, track insights across the web without having to read everything. You see, so it's really good. Let me log in. You can actually log in using a Google account. You see, like I will just say sign in with Google, and boom, I will be in no time. Yeah, so this is my Feedly account, and so this is my Feedly account. So this is Feedly interface, and this is how it looks like. Here you will see your news for today. You will see news that you want to read later. And these days it has introduced an AI. And then here, when you want to track trends and topics using AI, and then if you want to follow websites, so you click this and then you add the website that you want to follow in this particular space. Let's say I want to follow the website for Safetycom, for safetycom.org. Then I will search for the website. It loads for me the results, you see. So this is the result for Safetycom. and I can follow it. And I can click here. I can put it in my mainstream folder, and then I say, wow, this is Septicom. So here you will see my list of all news that I'm following. You see, 211 Check, Catholic Radio Network, iRadio, Juba Echo, Number One Citizen, Radio Tamazuch, Sawa Sawa Network, Septicom, South Sudan Bulletin, The City Review, Radio Community, 237 Check. What, you're going out? Oh. No. You're going home? No, you lock it. No, let's lock it. Sorry. Yeah. Can't finish your meeting, my friend. You can't finish your meeting. Let me just sit here. Yeah, and then so you will find that every time they publish an article, it will just appear here, and you don't have to go to their individual websites to be able to see what they have published. See? So for instance, so you can mark all here, and then you can follow what is being published. You see, like now, from today, see, this is from iRadio. Lafon County population reportedly starving after failed harvest. This is iRadio, and then we have this one from City Review, how Juba businesses are trapped in uncertainty over exchange rate. This one is from Juba Echo, Chinese Premier highlights vocational education for people with disabilities. You see, so a lot of articles and from different news outlets, but you will find them in one place, instead of you having to visit the individual sites of those websites. And from there, that is one aspect of you being able to gather your news in real time. So these are very important tools that can help you in news gathering. And then, of course, other things, you just have to use the apps. Like if it is on Facebook, you use Facebook's search feature to be able to see what's up in regards to the particular keyword that you're looking for. Do you guys have any questions about Feedly? Any questions about Feedly?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah. This Feedly is it an application that can be downloaded on the phone apps, or one can just search in the Google, then it will appear, then after that will be applied?
I share with you the link in the chat box. So you click on that link, you will see the information about the app there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So it also has an app that you can download on your phone, on your Android or on your iPhone, and then from there you can proceed. Is that clear? So I register for the session in the comment in the chat box, so you guys can sign your. I don't understand what you mean. So what do you mean exactly? I don't understand your question, Daniel. So just like I said, you need to when you set up, you click this plus here. follow websites. And here you can just add the website or the topic that you want to follow. You can just add the topic here. Let's say, I don't know which news outlets, it's not, because I have added news outlets in Juba. So let's say, let me add another one different. Let's say bbc.com. Let me search for BBC. Yeah, I see bbc.com, BBC Culture, BBC Travel, BBC News, BBC Minute, BBC homepage. Yeah, so I can choose which one I want to follow, and then I just click follow. There's no much hassle of blocking and stuff. So I don't understand what you mean by being blocked. Any other question? So if there are no questions, you fill your attendance. And this brings us to the end of the session for today. For searches on Facebook, just use the Facebook app, and even on Twitter, you can search the keyword using the Facebook app, and then you do filters. Make sure you filter properly so that you narrow the results to what exactly you want. Otherwise, thank you all for your time, and I wish you the very best of your day.